What's up, everybody? It's Will and Nico, the Fight Gods. We're here for our 35th episode, I believe, Nico.
Oh,
pretty
damn.
Pretty crazy. I don't know if anybody expected us to make it this far, bro. But yeah, we're at episode 35. We're still kicking, man. We haven't burned the house down yet. We tear the house down, but not burn the house down.
Every episode, baby.
Oh yeah, man. But bro, we got all kinds of results and fights and all kinds of stuff to discuss tonight. But,
hell yeah.
Before we do that, what's going on in your world, bro?
Nah, man, I'm cooling, baby. I'm just enjoying the weather as always. Enjoying time with the boy. Just did Father's Day. Did it right,
Nice.
A little brunch, a little time with the kid. Can't complain.
Yeah.
And then it was just a phenomenal weekend of fights on top of that. So
for real, man, there were some good fights. But yeah, man. What did you do for Father's Day? Anything special, or you just chilled around the house?
Yeah, we did brunch. I got a new pair of sneakers. They're super fucking fly. And then we kicked it around the house. We did some water activities with the kid. Enjoyed some brews. And,
nice.
Just some more good food on top of that.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. That sounds like a good time, man. Sounds like a good time. We did a little cookout and did some different stuff around here. We had a cookout at my in-laws' house, and came home, watched Hell in a Cell with Izzy. That was kind of cool,
yeah,
man.
100%. I was tuned into that as well.
Yeah, so that was a good weekend overall, though, man. We had a really good time, and
for sure.
Glad I got to see some good fights in the process. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and kick this off, man. Anderson Silva versus Julio Caesar Chavez Jr. Former world champion.
Anderson.
Go ahead, let's talk about it. What'd you think about that fight, man? What'd you think about the fight?
That's how you represent the MMA community properly.
Yeah, it is.
That was phenomenal, man, honestly. And it's like he said, he went in there with the utmost respect for boxing, and you could tell he put that time and effort in,
Definitely, man.
He looked sharp, man. He definitely has a different timing than they're used to. And what I could tell is his output is just far superior than what we're accustomed to seeing in the boxing ring, because he's used to doing 5-minute rounds and they were 3-minute rounds. So he was able to, just do a little bit more, I feel like.
Definitely. Oh, absolutely, man. It's definitely, I totally agree with you on the timing. His timing is so much different than what you've ever seen in boxing before that, it's going to throw these boxers off. And, a lot of people said after he lost to who did he lose to not that long ago? His last fight in the UFC. Anyway, I can't even think of his name right now. But the dude that Uriah Hall, exactly. They said that, his chin is gone, he's done, blah blah blah. He's just not the same. Well, you know what? He's not the same, but he's still fucking awesome, man. And he showed that he is Anderson Silva.
How old is that man? 46?
46 years old.
He's 46?
Yep.
That's beautiful, man. And it was like you and I spoke about, and you told me you feel like he should call out Oscar De La Hoya, right? Is that what you had told me?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I couldn't agree more, dude. I think that's a smart play. He's positioned himself to make some decent money now.
Yep.
And he should totally do it. Yeah, he had like a little Roy Jones to him, man. He really did, without of course not the same power, but just the combinations, the movement. It's fucking dope.
What's up, Jody? Yeah,
hey, that's a little different right there. I like that.
Yeah, had to update the graphics a little bit.
I like that.
Got to keep changing it up on him. But yeah, man, he I guess the best word for it is what they always said about Roy Jones, man. He was definitely unorthodox.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, I like that he had his swagger back. He was doing the same thing what he used to do in MMA. Come on, right here. Let's fight right here. Come on. Oh man, bro, I was all hyped up, man. I was marking out big time for him, bro. That's
Hey, and
my guy.
he took some decent power shots too,
He
man.
did.
He really did.
Yep. And another thing, Nico, and people might say I'm crazy, and hey, I might be wrong, but he took some good power shots to the body, right?
Yes.
I think that MMA fighters, their bodies, for the most part, I think are probably a little bit tougher than boxers' bodies because they're used to getting kicked in the ribs rather than just a punch.
Shins, yeah.
So it's like getting hit by a baseball bat rather than a normal punch. I mean, because you get kicked in the ribs by Anderson Silva, GSP, any of those guys that had great body kicks. That's like getting hit in the body with a hammer or a baseball bat, bro.
I'm gonna agree with that to a certain extent because there's some boxers now. If they were standing there and gave that body shot, Anderson would have went down. Canelo's body shot is a whole different ball game, baby.
I mean, that's true. You got it. There's definitely levels to it, but
yeah.
But man, for Anderson to beat a former world champion with that kind of legacy and lineage, but it was awesome, man. It was crazy,
beautiful.
Yeah, man. So I was definitely impressed with that, and then it was cool that Canelo came over to him after the fight. You could tell, Anderson,
right? Hell yeah!
And he was all excited.
Kind of fanboyed out over there, huh?
Yeah, yep. And people were asking Anderson after the fight if he would ever fight the Paul brothers, and he didn't flat out say he would fight them. He said that he would work with them and that he respected them. And I guess somebody asked Jake if he would fight him, and Jake said he would rather have Anderson fight Roy Jones Jr. on the undercard of Jake versus Tyron Woodley. What do you think of that idea, Nico?
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
I could tell you, with Anderson being quicker than Chavez, I felt like he was. Before I was afraid that Roy Jones would have been just too quick for him, but now I'm not worried about that as much anymore.
Yeah, nah, definitely not. And it was like I was just saying, like he got that little style to him already, so I could see it.
Yeah.
Why not?
And Roy Jones didn't look like a straight up killer in his last fight with Mike Tyson.
No, definitely not.
So I'm excited about it, man. This could be a nice little twilight of Anderson's career.
It's a different fucking time in the sports realm, huh?
It's ridiculous.
Like, it's crazy fights that they're putting together right now, but somehow they're still winding up pretty damn entertaining.
You're right. Now, did you see that? I've never seen this before in my life. So Vitor Belfort has a boxing match signed, I think, in July. But he's also signed to fight in September against what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya. He signed to fight two different people 3 months apart. I've never seen
signed to fight Oscar.
Yes. Yep. In September. Wow. But he's also got like a tune-up fight. So he signed, and they've announced both fights. It's just kind of weird to me, man. What if he gets his ass kicked in this first fight, knocked out in 30 seconds? It kind of puts
Oscar.
No. In the first fight, I don't even know he's fighting in the first fight. Let me look that up. But if Vitor Belfort goes out there and gets his ass kicked, I think that puts a big damper on fighting Oscar.
Yeah, definitely. September. I wonder if Oscar has like a clause that he can pull out if Vitor does lose.
Right. You're right. And so let's see. Yep. So they have an exhibition bout. Okay. See, they got two fights coming up. Do you know this boxer called The Real Tarzan?
No, I don't. What I was thinking is maybe they gave Vitor like a tomato can or somebody that he could just fucking do in so he could build his name to fight Oscar.
Yeah. You know what? That must have gotten scrapped because they were supposed to fight this past weekend. And he did not fight this weekend. You know what? When Oscar signed, I guarantee you he said, get out of that other fight. That dude's a nobody. Let's make some money.
Yeah.
So the dude he was supposed to fight is, let's see, who's this dude? Mike Holston. He's a social media personality and animal wrangler. Oh, you know that dude, Mike Holston. He's the dude. He's been on like all the late night shows. He always comes out with all the animals. You've seen he's like a black guy that that's kind of like he's kind of like the crocodile hunter or whatever. Okay, well I've seen him on TV, man. He's nobody important. So Oscar would have killed that guy. But yeah, Oscar versus Vitor is very interesting to me because Vitor's got that explosive punch, and I don't know. I think that he's definitely not going to be clean. I think he's going to be TRT Vitor, and I think that he might knock out Oscar. If he can knock him out in the first round, he'd be doing good. If he doesn't beat him in the first round, he's in trouble.
I'm kind of leaning towards Oscar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vitor's just so much bigger than him, man.
Yeah, but I feel like I've just seen footage of Oscar hitting the bag a little bit, and I feel like if he puts in any kind of road work, like he's still man, after watching like clips of the main event of Chavez.
Yeah.
Bro, man, some of these old motherfuckers still got the juice.
Yeah.
Like, they still look pretty damn decent, man.
Hope Oscar doesn't come in there all coked up, man. He might be in some trouble. Or he might be really fast.
You saying you might get TRT Vitor? Like, who's saying Oscar can't juice up?
Juice up and coke up. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting time. But yeah, they're fighting in a exhibition in September, which I hate these exhibition fights because if nobody gets knocked out, there's not an actual winner. That kind of sucks, man. But
But we still know. We still know what it is.
Yeah. Like, we know that Floyd won that fight against Logan Paul, but we know that Logan Paul looked pretty damn good in the process.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to my next point, Nico. I was on the wrong brother. I told you a couple weeks ago, Jake Paul's next opponent after Tyron, he'd start calling out Mike Tyson. I was wrong. Now Logan is calling out Mike Tyson.
Yo, facts. Because he had him on impulsive, and Mike said flat out, Floyd's gonna beat his fucking ass.
Right. And then after the fight, Tyson tweeted that he felt like Logan looked better than Floyd and would have won an actual boxing match if they would have scored it. And Logan's like, well, let's fight, Mike. He's like, I think I could beat Mike. He's old, not just old, but old. He's like, what? He's 54.
Yeah.
But I think that's how.
I think Mike would fuck Logan up.
Oh, I think Mike Tyson would fuck Logan up too. But man, this kind of reminds me of the Fresh Prince song from back in the day. What made me think I could beat Mike Tyson? You remember that song?
Nah.
Oh man, it's a classic. You got to listen to it sometime. Anyway, his boys get him all like hyped up because
if Mike Tyson show up that fought Roy Jones, he's gonna knock fucking Logan out because he definitely made an agreement beforehand that he would not punch Roy in the face.
Right. Yep. No, but that Will Smith song from back in the day, I think it's from his first or second album. Him and his boys are together watching a Mike Tyson fight, and it ends in 30 seconds. And Will's talking about how he would have done better, and his boys hype him up and train him to go fight Mike Tyson, and he gets knocked out in like 30 seconds probably also. But it's a funny song, man. You got to hear it sometime. But anyway, I think that if Logan Paul gets that fight, it's a huge payday for him, and who cares when he gets his ass kicked? Yeah. I think that he'll do it for the money, man. Take that ass whipping like a man. I'll fight Mike Tyson for the money. Shit. I know I get my ass whipped, but at least I'll get paid, right? He's got to be looking the same way. But yeah, man. So some other stuff going on in MMA. Before we get to the fight night, let's talk about some different news stories in MMA. For one, I like Belal Muhammad now that he's really running his mouth a little bit. Before, he was just another ordinary, boring fighter.
Yeah.
That would win some fights, but he just wouldn't really say a whole lot. He didn't have that job security because he didn't have fights lined up. Now he is talking that shit, and he's doing a damn good job of it, man. So today, he was taking aim at Colby Covington.
Okay.
And let me just read you the quote. He said, I still don't understand why Colby's getting the fight. Yeah, it was a great fight, but you got your jaw broken, and you've been sitting on the sidelines ever since. Usman fought 3 times since then, and you're still sitting out. It's not like you're a huge pay-per-view draw. It's not like if I'm Usman, I'm like, yeah, let me get Colby fight. I'm going to do 800 pay-per-views. The first one did 200,000 pay-per-views, so it's not like you're going to make a big payday with that regardless. It is, but he's a bigger name than Belal. That's the thing. He's a bigger draw than Belal, but you know, we'll keep going. But Then Bilal said, I want Colby more than anybody. The hatred I have for that guy is levels above Leon. Of course, I want Leon back just because of the way it ended, but Colby's still a level above him. I've been calling out Colby since I fought in Australia against Tim Means. I've always wanted to fight Colby Covington. With this last fight showing that I can defend a takedown, it shows people that it will be a great stand-up matchup. It will be a fun matchup to see what happens if Colby can get a takedown. What's he going to do? So I like the fact that he's talking shit. That's for starters.
Try and put his name amongst the people that are up there already.
He is. But don't even say that you showed that you could stop takedowns, because Damian Maia's takedowns are not even in the same stratosphere as Colby Covington's.
It's true.
To be honest. The best takedown that Damian Maia has is if he pulled guard. Mm-hmm. That's probably his most effective.
He got some trips. He got some trips on the clinch.
Yeah, he does. He really does. And like when he dirty boxes and get inside, that's when he throws those little trips and different stuff like that. But Colby Covington is a top of the line, top 99 percentile wrestler in the UFC, and probably in the world. So, but I like it. Like I said,
it's ballsy, man.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man. Bilal,
but Kobe's not gonna punch down.
No, that's the problem.
He's not going to do that.
He's going to have to come up to Colby's level. Colby's not going to go down to his level. I totally agree.
Yep.
Which it's going to take Bilal winning a fight bigger than Damian Maia at this point. It's going to take Bilal winning a fight against maybe Wonder Boy, or if he did win a rematch against Leon or something along those lines. He needs
a highlight reel somebody.
Yeah, he needs a signature win. Exactly what I was going to say. So. But at least he's putting his name out there and letting people know that he wants to fight. You can't blame him for that. And he's seen that it's a recipe that does work very well. So hopefully they give him something, and hopefully he keeps going forward and not backwards. But really and truly, I could see his next big fight being against Michael Chiesa, regardless of if Chiesa wins his next fight or not. But
who's Chiesa got next?
He's fighting. Is he fighting Luque? Let me see. I think he's fighting Vicente Luque.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I could see if he could beat. Yeah, it's against Vicente Luque, UFC 265.
Okay, I like that matchup.
That is so far that card is headlined by Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. You also have Pedro Munoz, which is against Jose Aldo, which is an awesome fight. And Angela Hill versus Tisha Torres, pretty good fight. Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque, awesome fight. That should be the co-main event if Amanda and Juliana stay as the main event, or Jose versus Pedro as the co-main event, one or the other. They haven't announced it yet, though. I got a feeling they'll throw another title bout on that card because they have till August. I wouldn't even be surprised if Brandon Moreno did a quick turnaround, something like that. But we'll see where that goes. But speaking of call-outs,
if you could get Mexico and Brazil to tune in on the same night, ooh wee.
Hey, that could be big, man.
Yeah.
That could be real big. But on the same note, Giga Chikadze is saying that he agreed to replace Max Holloway and tells Yair Rodriguez that he's a pussy and to accept. Let me read this. Let me read this quote from him. Max Holloway pulled out from the fight with Yair Rodriguez due to injury. UFC called me to replace him, and of course I agreed. Now we're waiting on Yair. This boy didn't fight for 20 or 21 months. Guess what I was doing in this time? I was fighting. I fought 6 times. I beat all my opponents. This guy started to play games. It's been a few days. I haven't heard back. Hopefully he's going to show up July 17th. But I heard he's a little bit of a pussy. He didn't show up 4 times with Zabit. And I heard he did everything to pull out from this fight. I don't think the guy is scared to be in the UFC, but hopefully now he's going to meet me in front face to face, and we're going to talk. I can't wait. So
there you go.
Hey man, six wins in a row. 145 is kind of wide open right now, and if he beats Yair's ass, he's top 5 pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like before the show, I didn't even know who he was. When we had our little meetup, and you showed me some clips of him. The body kick that he laid on Cub Swanson was no fucking joke, and the head kick that you showed me as well was crazy, man. So the dude is dangerous. I'm not knocking Yair for being a little hesitant to sign on that dotted line, but Yair's still a bad motherfucker too, man. You better be careful what you wish for when you're talking to El Pantera. He has those really flashy kicks in his arsenal, man, and you've seen him pull out that freak shit on Chan Sung Jung.
Yeah, you're right. After losing most of the fight,
after getting his ass beat.
Yep, you're right, man. You're right. So we'll see what happens with Gigi. That could be an interesting fight, though, man. Both guys have great kicks. Yair's is more flashy. I think that Gigi's more a little bit traditional.
Yeah,
but
the power is absurd.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it could be an interesting and fun fight if they could throw that together. And just to throw this out there, what he was talking about, he's fought 6 times, and that's correct. Since September of 2019, he's fought 6 times.
Wow.
And he has beaten all 6 guys. His first 2 fights in the UFC, he won by split decision, right? Mm-hmm. Then he won 2 by unanimous decision. Then he won 2 by knockout. It's kind of funny. He's doing 2, 2, and 2. His most recent win was May 1st against Cub Swanson. That's less than 2 months ago, and he's already trying to fight in July. This kid wants it, man. So, let's see what he's got. I love it, man. It's a good comeback story. He lost to Austin Springer by submission on Dana White's Contender Series number 10 in 2018. Since then, he hasn't lost. And, he left that competition, went and won 2 fights, then got in UFC and won 6 in a row. So, I like to see a good comeback story, man. That's a guy who they didn't even think they were going to sign. And then he ended up in the UFC anyway and kicking some ass, man, So pretty excited about that. But let's talk about Fight Night, man. What did you think of Fight Night the other night?
Dude, it was a great fucking card.
It really was.
It always winds up like that, right? Like the people where you're like not too familiar with, maybe you heard of them once or twice, then it winds up being a fucking smoker, man. Crazy.
Yep. A lot of people didn't know Dan Ige going into this fight. Dan Ige, okay. But he showed that he belonged in the main event. I mean, but let's go down the list. We'll go over the fights that we actually picked.
Yep.
And I rewatched our picks because I wanted to remember exactly what I said about the fight between Matt Brown and Diego Lima. And I did pick Diego Lima. Mm-hmm. Only because you picked Matt Brown, and I said, I really don't know who the fuck's going to win this fight, but let's not blow up the internet again and pick the same guy. Yep. So I took Diego Lima. Diego was doing all right, but Matt Brown knocked him the fuck out. Awesome throwback performance for Matt Brown. That power was some power that I don't know if we've ever seen that kind of power from Matt Brown. I don't think we have.
The elbow,
yes. But
bro, when it first happened, I thought it was the elbow again.
Yeah, that's true. The elbow was pretty nasty. But with punches, we've seen Matt Brown accumulate damage to people over rounds and then stop them if he stops them. And he's got some good submissions. Cheers, Nico. Boom. The Getland boys love some Coca-Cola. There it is. So, man, but I was so happy I was wrong about that fight, Nico. I was like sitting there, and Matt Brown didn't look so great at one point, and I'm like, come on, Matt. Come on, man. You got this. I was rooting against myself because I really wanted Matt Brown to win, and I loved it. I've been a Matt Brown fan since he was on The Ultimate Fighter probably, and he's a tough dude, man. He's never been in a boring fight, really, except for the Carlos Condit fight, his last fight. And that was horrible. But I think that was more Carlos's fault because he just wanted to hold him the whole time. He didn't, want to get he didn't want to get knocked out. I think Carlos, he's having a rough time in his later days in the UFC. But so that puts you at 1-0 and me and 0-1. Starting with a deficit. I didn't like that, man. But it's all good. The next fight we picked, Marlon Vera versus Davy Grant. Nico, who did you pick for this one?
Cheeto.
That's right, me too. And Cheeto delivered. But, bro, I was a little bit nervous about that fight during the fight because one of those rounds was really close.
Yeah. What's Cheeto's son's name?
I don't know. What is it?
Nacho.
Dorito? Nacho?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
100.
That's awesome. I like it, man. That's classy. That's awesome. Was it the second round that was real close in that fight, Nico? I think it might have been the second.
Yeah, it was the second round.
And the other rounds, I thought Cheeto won, but I was like, oh, shit, man, this might end up being a split decision. It didn't end up being a split decision.
Second round, Davy Grant won.
He did, right? That's what I thought.
I believe so.
So I don't know what the one judge was watching, Nico. One judge had it 30-26 for Marlon Vera. I'm not sure what fight he was watching.
Yeah, nah. Davey took one of them rounds. I'm trying to recall which one it was. It was either the first or the second. But Davey definitely, he was getting his shit off early until Cheeto cut him. Once the cut happened, it was the tides turned. Yeah, he hit that clinch and he hit like 3 or 4 elbows in a row. I was like, oh, this boy on some different shit right now. Yep. And he was going to that leg like crazy, man.
Yeah, he was, man. He was. That was a great performance for him.
Yeah.
One of his best performances.
Absolutely.
It was right up there with, him beating O'Malley and losing to Jose Aldo, which that was a very close fight, kind of controversial decision.
But all around, it was a fantastic fight, and you could just tell that being in those 5-round fights, he was able to turn it up during the third to a different pace that Davey's not accustomed to seeing.
Yep, but don't get it twisted. That's not the last we're going to see Davy Grant. I guarantee you.
Oh, hell no. That boy is tough.
Yep, absolutely. So at that point, Nico was 2-0, and I was 1-1. At least Cheeto Vera helped me out and got me back in got me into the win column. But Nico, the next fight, the nickname that I put on him. You remember I made up a nickname for my boy last week.
Pizza.
Spaghetti Sergey Spivak. He beat Alexei Olenek. I think you picked Olenek, Nico.
I did. I picked Sexy Lexi.
I remember exactly. I remember you saying, I got Sexy Lexi. Man, I am going to admit, though, that was kind of a boring fight.
Nah, that first round, if it was like 30 more seconds, it was a wrap for your boy. 2 times, actually. Two times, actually. He had that head and arm in the second, too. He was ready to pop that boy's shit.
You're right. I would have liked to have been, a little bit more exciting fight. And watching that fight, Nico, you remember what I said last week? And I was absolutely right. The co-main event should have been Cheeto versus Davy Grant and not this fight.
Absolutely.
But, they live and they learn, whatever.
Yeah.
But at that point, Nico, we were both 2-1 going into the main event.
Yes.
And Nico, what happened in the main event? I'll let you tell it, man, because I don't want to act like I'm tooting my own horn or like I'm changing my name to Will Stradamus or anything. But go ahead.
I went with Dan Ige in the main event. Dan Ige got his boot smoked. He turned it on in the 5th round, but too little, too late. Chan was just on some different shit. He wasn't there to fuck around. He got the takedowns when they were necessary. He rode out positions like a fucking boss.
Yep.
What can you do, man? You got to tip your hat to him. The guy performed his ass off. He definitely showed Ige that there was levels to this shit. That's for damn sure.
Right. And Ige's another guy. He's young, man. He'll be back.
Yeah, for sure.
Doing great stuff. I'm trying to pull up my DraftKings, Nico, because I don't remember exactly what I placed, but I definitely placed towards the top of DraftKings that night. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I think I need to look, but I'm trying to remember. But I think that I picked 2 fighters in the same fight because I thought it was going to be such a good fight. I might have picked Ige and Chan Sung Jung because I didn't think anybody was going to get finished. Yeah. But let's see. Okay, let's see. How did I do this on Saturday? All right. So what was it here? Here it is. Yep, that's the one right there. All right, I just had to find it. They got all the fights on here or whatever. So I played a $2 double up, and out of let's see, where was it? Okay, hold on. Man, this thing is hard to navigate tonight. Okay, out of 574 people, I got number 18.
My man.
Not too shabby, man. That wasn't bad at all. One of my better showings on DraftKings. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who exactly I picked, and I was mad at who I picked afterwards. Okay, so right, two of my guys lost, man. Two of my guys lost. Silva got knocked out. What's his name? Joaquin Silva lost in 37 seconds, and I picked him. He was a huge favorite over Rick Glenn, and Rick Glenn whipped his ass.
Yeah, so that kind of smoked that motherfucker.
Yep, and let's see. Martinez. I picked Martinez, and he lost too, but he lost by split decision, so that still gave me some good points. And everybody else on my card, I did great. I picked 4 other winners. And so that was kind of cool, man. I felt pretty good about that. I did pick Spivak and Chan Sung Jung and Marlon Vera.
Yo, Brandon, chill out, Brandon.
Oh, what's Brandon saying? I see. Oh man, I did it just for you, bro. Just for you, man. I thought he was gonna say something like I look like I was, in county jail or something like that, man.
Yeah, nah, definitely look like you're in county jail. You on the side of the highway picking the shit up.
Damn right, bro. I just got out, man. They just they let me off work early, so
you look like you make Merlot in toilets.
For real, prison punch, man. Brandon Carl's a big fan of the Suns.
Yeah, huge fan. But actually, no, he's not, because he's never been to a game.
Oh, he's never been to. Oh, that's why I can't navigate the site, and I'm too bright. Too bright. I shine like a sun, bro. So, what's going on with the NBA playoffs? I don't even know, man. I'm oblivious.
The Suns are fucking shit up. They're in the Western Conference Finals right now.
Right.
The Nets just got eliminated. They got their boots smoked in overtime by the Bucks. So,
okay,
they're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Nice. I saw Brandon talking shit about
people. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of shit talk going on recently, man. Like
between him and Jay.
It's just that time of the season, man. It's that time of the season. People are repping their favorite squads. They're popping shit, and then emotions start to run high a little bit.
Yep. I got you. Hey, Nico. Before we what's he got going on, man? I'm poor. I've never been to Arizona. It's too hot for me. Yep, it is hot there. I've never been there, but I hear it's pretty hot. But Nico, did you see the women's fight before we get off of Fight Night? The Verna Jandiroba fight versus Kanako Murata. When Murata got basically her arm broken. Did you see that? Oh, Nico, you're frozen, man. Come on back, Nico.
Who got their arm broken? Yeah, I was.
I think she got her arm broken.
Who got the arm?
It was Verna Jandiroba broke the arm of Kanako Murata. Did you see that on the undercard?
I did see that, actually.
Pretty nasty, huh? Did you want to talk about that real quick?
They called it off in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about that real quick? Like, tell everybody what happened there? Nico's having a little technical difficulty. I'm about to invite Brandon in to co-host tonight because Nico's frozen. Brandon, where you at, man? You gonna step in? You gonna tag in, man? But that's all right. We'll give Nico a chance to come back. I just wanted to talk to him about the Verna Jandiroba fight. which was pretty interesting. Basically, what happened was she got her arm like nastily mangled in that fight, and the fight got stopped after the second round. So yeah, I wanted to talk to Nico about why that fight did get stopped, but you know, it was, I think it was a kick, and she couldn't even lift her arm after that. I think it was probably broken. Nico, where you at, man? Come on back, bro. Come on back. But that's all right, because we got more to talk about. And if Nico comes back, cool. And if he doesn't, I'll keep on talking, man. I'm all good. I did want to tell everybody that I have like a little bit of a special podcast where I'm going to do like a 7-part series coming up. I don't really want to give it away what I'm doing yet, but I'll be working with a former colleague of mine, putting together like a 7-part series. Will be pretty awesome. Definitely excited about that. And yeah, so woo, it's been a long day, hot day, long day. They're saying that it could, we were under a hurricane watch. Now it's back to a tropical storm. So I'm good with that. But yeah, so there's Nico. So Nico, we were talking about Verna kicking the other woman's arm.
Oh, Kaneko.
Yep.
Was it a kick that did it? I didn't think it was a kick that did it. I thought at the tail end of the first round, she had caught her in an arm bar, and that's what had did it.
Okay, that might be.
And then she had came out damaged, and then received the kick to it, and it was just like super noticeable after that had happened because she wasn't able to lift it above her waist. But she did go that whole entire. She went that whole second round. Yep. You know, she made it through. But then the doctor came over and did the damage report on her, and she wasn't able to, continue anymore.
Oh yeah. Brandon, who are you asking? Where are you? Jumanji? Is he asking me or is he asking you because you disappeared?
He probably was talking to me, man. Hey, I kind of look like that boy after he turned into the monkey on Jumanji, actually.
Hey, Brandon's a comedian.
Hair going crazy right now, actually.
Look, Brandon, we'll make you a deal, bro. If the Suns win the championship, we'll have you on here to gloat about it. How about that?
Ooh wee.
And you can talk shit to anybody and everybody you want to.
Do it up, baby. Do it up.
Full permission, man. I have no problem with it. Hey, even if it's Nico you want to talk shit to.
Nah, I told him I was in support of his team this year, man. Cool. I lost to them in the first round. And, if you're going to lose to somebody in the first round, hopefully they go on to win the title. You say you lost to the best.
Yep. He said the Still of You was classic.
Yeah.
Hey, Brand said we're in there. Yeah, you could talk shit to Stony Shores if he's got. I know he's on another team, right? He's got another team he's rooting for. Or are they out too, Nico?
They're out. They're going.
Oh, was that the Nets?
Yep.
Okay.
The boys is out of here.
So you can get on here and talk shit to him about that. You could talk shit to Alpha. Talk shit to whoever you want it if they win, bro. Honestly. For real. Just hit me up.
But yeah, that chick Kaneko, she's a tough cookie, man. Like that's no joke, man. Finishing rounds with your arm fucking broke like that. It's similar to what Jamal Hill did the other night, man. He got his shit broken, tried to pop it back into place. Actually, they came out with a report that said his arm wasn't broken.
Did you see
that?
Yeah. Yep.
What happened? Just dislocated at the elbow or something?
I think his shoulder got dislocated, which I was surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was pretty shocked about that.
Good for him.
Yeah. Thank God for him, for real, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That could, that could have been really bad. Yep. I'm gonna pull up a meme I saw a while back, Nico, because I'm glad that I just remembered this. I had some funny stuff I wanted to show you that I wanted to get your opinion of, and so I can't find that meme, but that's all right. It was basically Verna Jandaroba, and they had a meme of her with Rob Schneider from the Waterboy.
100%.
Yeah, so
100%.
I think it's from the Waterboy, right?
Rob
I think
Schneider.
it's that character. Yeah.
Oh yeah, either that or she kind of resembles his daughter in Grown Ups.
There you go, bro. But it's pretty funny. But Nico, I am gonna flash some pictures on the screen, and I'm gonna tell you. I want your first opinion of it, and then I'm gonna tell you my opinion of it. How do you feel about that?
Let's do it.
You're good with that? All right, Nico. So the first one, your boy, and I know you get mad when I say your boy, but you won't be mad at this one because this is your boy. I'm gonna show you. Oh, let's take you off the screen.
Yeah, that's
Did you see that, Nico?
I did. Look like Barack Obama.
Exactly, man. That's what I said when I saw it. I was like, that's not GSP. That's Barack Obama. What are they doing?
They got my man with the fresh #2 fade.
For real. Like, oh, man. I was like, seriously, GSP? They couldn't do a better picture of it? And that's crazy. Look at this thing.
Cut it out right now.
That's too funny for me, man. So, yeah. So, let's get your opinion on this picture next, Nico. Let me take us. I guess you couldn't hear me. What do you think of that picture, Nico?
Jake Paul KO round 2.
All right. So that's the before.
No.
Made by yours truly. What do you think of that picture, Nico?
Absolutely hysterical.
Hey, look, I am going to say it right here on the air. Brandon Carl, you inspired that picture. Believe it or not, I was on your thread and we talked about Martin getting his ass kicked by Tommy Hearns. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get the picture. So I made that meme. I told Nico right away that you inspired that picture, man. I'm not even going to take credit for it.
That shit is hilarious, yo.
But yeah, so those were a couple of funny pictures I wanted Nico's opinion of, and I want to keep doing that every week. See his opinion of certain things, and different things because it's it's a fun little word association.
That shit is so classic, yo. The Tommy Hearns and Martin episode. Oh my God, man.
You're not kidding, bro. One of the best. Yeah, for real, man. One of the best episodes ever.
What's your favorite Martin episode?
Let's see. I do like that episode a lot. I wouldn't even say I have one favorite episode, but I always liked it when Tracy Morgan would come in.
Okay.
I was a big fan of that fat Tracy Morgan.
Pick up the pieces.
And then you got Method Man coming in sometimes.
Yeah, oh my God.
I'm trying to think of like.
You remember the episode they had Kid come on?
Kid
from Kid and Play?
They
had Kid come on. He was supposed to go on a date with Shanae.
Okay. No, I don't know if I saw that or not. Or I probably did, but just back in the day.
Classic, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that's such a classic episode. She starts singing Forever Shanae. Oh my God, it's so classic, bro.
That's awesome, man. And look, anytime Martin dressed up as the midget, bro, I would die.
Roscoe?
Yes, man.
100%,
oh my God, bro.
100%.
I remember you liking that show when we were kids, but I know I've said it before, but the Wayans Brothers was your show, man.
No, you
loved that show so much when we were kids. You would die.
R.I.P. John Witherspoon, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fucking legend. Go status, man.
So good, man.
And so he's really his characters outside of his characters.
Yeah, I could see that, man. I could definitely see that.
Coordinate.
Bang bang.
Bang bang. Yeah, man.
But yeah, so have you seen any good movies or anything lately?
Yo, you know what I just watched? I watched Get Shorty for the first time.
Really?
With John Travolta?
Yeah, what do you think?
All right, so like I had seen Be Cool.
Yeah.
Be Cool. I thought it was a classic. I never knew that there was a prequel to this shot in '95. Right. So like I'm on the movie shit. I see some shit called Get Shorty. John Travolta's on it. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker look like he playing Chili Palmer right there.
Yeah.
Go back up. I read the little excerpt on it. I'm like, oh shit, this is a prequel. Watched it, fucking phenomenal.
So good.
I guess like nothing new, but something old, new to me. Phenomenal, man. Great fucking movie, man. And then I'm like noticing the subtle things that like I think at one point in time one of the guys tells the other dude be cool, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna turn into the sequel. Now I want to go back and watch that shit.
Yeah.
Or like how when he's upstairs, the television's playing downstairs. I'm like, yo, that's in fucking Be Cool too. When The Rock is downstairs, he's playing his music video. Like, it's just wild shit like that. So I'll probably wind up watching Be Cool at some point in time this week.
For sure, bro. I loved the character of Ray Bones. I thought he was so freaking hilarious.
Yes. And then like the dude, it was almost like watching a fucking Tarantino flick, the way that it wound up being the story of what's actually going on is going to be the movie that's made in the long run. And that's what Chili's pitching the fucking people on, is actually his life and what's about to go down. Like, it's just, dude, it was brilliantly written, dude. It was phenomenal, honestly, dude.
Let me ask you a question. Do you remember the character Bear, the big dude, the stuntman?
Yeah.
You know who that was?
No.
That was James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano.
Wow. Yo, so when the fucking the credits are going and they're saying the people that are in it, and I read his name, I'm like, Gandolfini, where do I know that name from? And I literally said that out loud.
Yep,
fucking
Tony Soprano. Yeah.
Wild, bro. Wild.
Yeah, so I love those movies, man. I'm a big fan of both of them.
Yeah.
I freaking love The Rock in the second one. What was his name?
No, Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Vince Vaughn was amazing. Absolutely. Yes. But The Rock really showed that he could do something besides wrestle and be cool.
That range. Yeah.
I thought that was, he did not take himself too serious.
Yeah.
But Vince Vaughn, Raji.
Yes, Raji. My God, bro.
Oh my gosh.
So good. When The Rock is talking about the Popeyes chicken, he's like, I like to take that chicken bone, I just suck the meat off and watch.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be giving me your sucked on chicken bones.
Yep.
So classic, bro.
Nico, I had not seen this movie in probably 15 years, and I watched it the other night with the family, and we died laughing. Who's Your Caddy? You remember that movie?
Vaguely. Is that with the dude from Outkast?
Yeah, Big Boy.
Yes,
yeah,
Big
right?
Boy. Yeah.
Bro, that's a funny ass movie when he wants to join the golf club.
Yes.
Very funny movie, man. And then so we watched that. Also I saw that on I think Amazon Prime or one of them had Soul Plane, so I rewatched that the other night too. Classic. Hilarious. And believe it or not, that was really one of Kevin Hart's like actual first starring roles. He was in a lot of stuff, but that was like an actual like big role for him, The only one I could think of before that was like Paper Soldiers, but yeah, so that was pretty good. I watched this other thing the other day. I didn't even know what I was getting into, Nico, but I liked it. It's how do I explain it? It's a short series, but it's called The Fugitive. And it's like a retelling of the movie The Fugitive. The Fugitive with Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones. You never saw that?
Nah.
Okay. Well, there's a movie from the 90s, and then the sequel to that was you had to have seen U.S. Marshals, right, with Wesley Snipes and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
Okay. There's a movie before, a prequel to that called The Fugitive. You should watch it. It's really good. That's a classic. Okay. You may have even seen it, and then when you put it on, you'll know it. But anyway, this was a retelling, and basically there was two stars, but one of them was Kiefer Sutherland. He was a cop, and he's going after this criminal who had just gotten released from jail, and the dude's a fugitive. That's all I'll tell you about it. But it was very strange the way it was done. It was a Roku original. So the episodes were like 10 minutes long.
Okay.
But there was like 20 of them. So it was as long as a movie. But like I said, the episodes were like 10 minutes long. Then they play a commercial. Then the next episode would start. So I just, sat down and watched all of them. But that shit was pretty good, man. I liked it a lot.
Dope.
Pretty cool idea. And I don't think I asked you this, but Bro, have you ever seen this train wreck of a show called Chrissy's Court?
Chrissy's Court.
Yes.
No.
It's with Chrissy Teigen.
No.
You know, John Legend's wife.
I know who she is. Yeah.
Bro, she has a court show where she is the judge. It's a reality show. Okay. Her mom is the bailiff.
Okay.
And John Legend is the expert witness in like half of the cases.
Get the fuck out.
And bro, it is the biggest train wreck you'll ever see in your life. It's a Roku original, whatever. And it's like the People's Court, except for Chrissy has no idea what the hell she's doing. But yo, it is fucking hilarious.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's something to check out if you're bored one day.
Well, speaking of fucking court, how about Luis Pena?
Oh my God!
Oh, you like that segue? Let's go!
Absolutely, man. That was amazing, man.
Let's go.
So the violent Bob Ross gets arrested the other day for what was it?
Stealing.
Yeah, stealing and assault. But it was like a certain kind of theft. Let me pull that up real quick. But yeah, that was a weird thing. Nico, you told me you weren't surprised.
Look. Yeah, I'm leaving names out of that.
No.
You know what I mean? But all I'm going to say is, like, I heard from around the way, homie's a piece of shit already. Like, been stealing, been that type of dude, hop around, leech off people, type to leave the gym without paying his dues. Like, I just heard that the dude's a piece of shit. I'm going to call it as it is, you know? Maybe you can have a good heart and still be a piece of shit.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's just like a bad. No, yeah, I'm just saying it is what it is. He's a piece of shit. That's what I heard, and I believe the source.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna say any names, but what I was gonna say is when I sent you the article, you were like, "Holy shit!" I already knew what this dude was like, and then you weren't surprised. But his charges include, let's see, robbery by sudden snatching. That sounds like either he grabbed something from a dude, like a cell phone or a wallet, maybe pickpocketed, or really, I hope he didn't snatch a purse, man, or whatever. Battery and criminal mischief. Oh, battery and criminal mischief. So those are the three charges.
It's like this, man. When you position yourself to be in the public eye like this and have a job and fight for the UFC, like you can actually make decent money if you want to. You can be active so long as you're not hurt. You can't be doing no bullshit like this, man. Yeah, like you better have. Actually, I went back to the source. It was like he always tries to do this mental health crutch shit too. So I'm sure that's the role that he'll probably wind up playing in this all. Like he'll blame it on some type of mental issue. Something along those lines. Yeah. And you know what? There are what do they call them? Kleptomaniacs. Like you can't help yourself but to steal. Hey man, maybe. I don't fucking know. Bipolar, fucking anything. It could be legit, but at the end of the day, it's a piece of shit trait, so you can't be doing that shit.
Hey, what was it that what was the name? What was the dude from Friday that was taking a shit next to Smokey's house or whatever? Or he called Smokey out for taking a shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Ezel.
Ezel. Remember what Ezel said at the end of Friday?
What did he say?
Said, "Here's your knife." He said, "I steal, I don't kill." Maybe that's Louis Pena's thing.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man. So yeah, that's wild. I hate to hear it.
You can tell what he was about anyway, man, because he stole Bob Ross's name. But you see that, like, it's just a thief, man. Thief.
Damn. Boom. Hey, so we saw the whole Anthony Rumble Johnson thing a few months ago, or at least a month ago, which has not gained any traction. I guarantee you what I said on the air is probably what happened. He probably hooked up with some chick. She bought him a plane ticket, or he convinced her to, and then he didn't call her back. And then, then we got him using a credit card he wasn't supposed to use, because not another word has been said about that. But anyway, I hate to see though that these different, somewhat high-profile fighters, getting arrested for just different stupid shit. You're a fighter, you should be fighting. That's it.
Yep.
Brandon Carl's laughing, man. He must have liked your one-liner, bro.
What you like my one? Which one-liner, baby? What you laughing at, Brandon?
Hey, man, he's laughing at everything. But Nico, let's talk about Hell in a Cell. Let me pull up the results here. WWE Hell in a Cell last night.
Look, man, I've been on like the Twitter. I've been on some news feeds, man. It's not getting the best response, but I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good show. I was very entertained with the matches. I thought they put on great wrestling matches.
Yep.
What more are you fucking looking for?
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I told you last night I liked pretty much every result. And unfortunately, I knew. Okay, we'll skip the pre-show match. Natalya beating Mandy Rose by submission, because really, who cares? They had Dana Brooke and Tamina at ringside, so they should have just done a tag team title match. It made no sense.
100%.
Look, Brandon was laughing at I don't kill. See that he was laughing? All right, Joe.
There you go.
Look, Hell in a Cell was trash because the finishes were.
What do you mean? Why were the finishes trash?
Right.
Why? This is what I don't get, dude. This is what I don't get.
I thought that Nico. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. First match of the night: Bianca Belair versus Bayley. They went 20 minutes inside the cell. I thought this was a hell of a match. I really liked this match a lot.
Clean finish,
bro. The hair. She tied her hair up several times. Awesome stuff, man. I loved it. I would have liked.
She hit the KOD on the fucking ladder for a clean finish.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right,
stuff,
so that's
man.
one clean finish.
Yeah.
Let's keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, I was a fan of that match.
Hell yeah.
Next match, Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Seth Rollins won in 16 minutes and 15 seconds. Nico, what was the finish of that match? I'm trying to.
He did a roll up. He did do a roll up.
He did a roll up. Okay. Yeah, but it makes sense because Brandon Carl. It makes sense because Cesaro has been beating him clean all along for over a month.
Bro, surprise roll ups are still clean finishes.
They are. Absolutely.
They're still clean finishes.
But they're looked at as cheap. So
yeah. When you're a heel, shit move. Let it be a chicken shit move. You're a heel.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So it was a great fucking match.
It was real. It was on point, man.
That was the best wrestling match of the night. Yep. Wrestling, technical standpoint, fantastic.
Roll-ups aren't good for pay-per-views because they should be the end of some of those feuds. Here's the thing, though.
Hell in a Cell.
Right.
Thank you.
Hell in a Cell is a transitional pay-per-view. It's just carrying you over.
Yes.
Money in the Bank, too. It's just a filler pay-per-view.
2 filler pay-per-views back to back. Yes.
Yeah, they're most of these feuds are not over. So most of them. I mean, I guarantee you that Bayley and Bianca will be wrestling each other again, and Charlotte and
Rhea Ripley. They're continuing the feud. It's a transitional pay-per-view, and especially if you have the Peacock Network, you're only paying $4.95.
Yep.
So they don't have to give you the end of feuds on pay-per-views no more because you're not paying fucking $50-$60 for it.
Right.
They're going to tune back in anyway.
You're right about that, man. Completely. So look, third match of the pay-per-view. Alexa Bliss defeated Shayna Baszler in 7 minutes even. Nico, talk to me about the match. What do you think of it, man?
This was another clean finish, wasn't it?
Not well with the distraction, but yes, it was.
This is another clean finish.
But they just was some fuckery going on while it happened.
I guess so with the hypnosis with the eyes and shit. I'm loving this. I'm loving that they're diving into this character completely. I don't feel like it's something you go half-ass on. I believe that when people talk about like this going too far, bullshit, because you believe that Earn gave the Undertaker powers. You watched the Undertaker cast down lightning. Like, don't do that shit. Don't tell me where we draw the line here.
Right.
I think that this is fantastic. And if
That's
you really
a great comparison.
To the storyline, you witnessed Bray give her those powers.
Right.
So why would he give her these powers and you see this change in a character and then she never showcases what the powers are? Yeah, that's all. That's just what I'm looking at it as. I thought it was a great match.
That's true, man. Anything involving Papa Shango.
Papa Shango was wild as fuck.
Yep.
It was.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man.
Come on. We had Jake the Snake.
The Brood were vampires. Yep. Literally. Yep. Fangs and all.
Vampiro.
They drank cups of blood.
Yeah. Yep. Vampiro too. Yep.
Come on, man.
Nico, I thought of it later on. One good thing that they could do with Alexa is, and I would love to do it on Raw so that people aren't bitching about it, but get her in a match with anybody, but somebody who should go. If Alexa doesn't beat them or they don't beat Alexa, somebody who's pretty tough. Let's just say Bianca Belair, just for instance. I'm not saying her, but somebody like that. Nico, early in the match, Alexa goes for a pin and does the thing to the referee and just says 1, 2, 3, and the ref pins her even though the girl kicks out.
Yeah,
bro, that's where they should go with this. She hypnotizes the referee. The ref's, oh no, the shoulders were down. There's no instant replay in WWE. They don't do that anymore. Remember?
No, that's facts. They just fucked up on who was it? Jimmy Uso.
Yeah,
and they couldn't go to the replay.
Right, bro. Alexa, that's her next thing. She should be able to manipulate the referee and get like a quick pin on somebody.
Bro, Nia Jax smacked piss out of Reginald. Oh my god, yo, turned the hip into that shit, yo. I'm surprised she ain't knocked that man out. That was a heavy hand. That was heavy hand, man.
Definitely. The timing was so good too, because I was watching both of them. They did it very, very well.
Yes,
very well.
100%. And then she hit that different Sister Abigail on Shayna. Fucking great. Took her out, man. It looked phenomenal.
And then it was great. Right?
Yeah. Yes, and that's a clean finish.
Yep. Like I said, there was fuckery going on, but it's definitely a clean finish. So Brandon Carr, I don't know what the hell you're talking about at this point. The fourth match of the pay-per-view, Nico. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn won by pinfall in 12 minutes and 40 seconds.
Is this a clean finish? Haluva kick.
Yeah. And the pin. Yep.
Yo, Brandon, you gotta chill out, bro.
Yeah, Brandon, what are you thinking, man? Hey, do you remember Phantasmo? He used to do magic tricks in the WWE. He didn't last very long, but anyway, he would like make shit appear and all this other stuff. So it's not the first time they're doing.
But Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, man, like I will watch them fight until the end of fucking time. Like they put on classics together. They don't pull back because they have such a strong relationship outside of the ring. So you can see Sammy's mouth get busted open, and like that's the type of shit that I like. I like these hard style matches, and they definitely delivered.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, man. You got certain people that you have in your career, and most people just have like one or two people that they could do that with. Like, look at John Cena and Randy Orton. I would watch them wrestle any day of the week, because they only put on good matches. And then John Cena and Edge. Those are probably the two best opponents that he's ever had. Let's see. Brandon said Nico's opinion versus my opinion on clean finishes are different. It's cool. In my opinion, I just ain't like the roll up and distractions.
I feel you.
That's the beauty of wrestling.
That's absolutely. And his heels doing chicken shit moves, you know, like I think the what is Sammy on? Is he on SmackDown the Friday before this Sunday fucking Commander Aziz hit that Nigerian nail in Kevin Owens' neck, and what's the first thing that Sami Zayn does? He blows his fucking neck into the bottom rope, you know. You just know how the match is gonna go from that point on.
That's ring psychology, Nico.
It's ring psychology, baby. You gotta love it.
Yep, you're right, man. Remind me later on, Nico. I need to talk to you and tell you where I think the future of wrestling should go. I don't want to say it on the air because then other people are gonna hear it. Brandon Carl might try to tell somebody else and take credit for my idea. So
we'll definitely do it during the debriefing.
Yeah, I love that Sammy won that match. By the way, me too, bro.
Brandon. Absolutely. Yo, you don't want to give them your take on.
Not right now.
Okay, bro, they're not ready for that.
They're not ready for it, man. But you know what?
So epic, though, man. Can I tell Brandon about this off air?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, look. Brandon said he steals, he don't kill. But yeah, before I go into the final two matches of the night from Hell in a Cell, it was strange to me that Roman had nothing to do with Hell in a Cell.
No, because he did it on Friday night.
Right. Originally, it was supposed to be.
He had bro, could you imagine them doing 3 Hell in a Cell matches, especially tonight when they did another one on Monday Night Raw? Like, they've just been going crazy on Hell in a Cell.
So they had Xavier Woods.
Yeah, Friday night, Rey Mysterio versus.
I didn't see that. I didn't even know that.
Dude, man, they did a decent fucking match, man. And Roman's getting crazy right now. Yeah. Roman's doing crazy shit, dude. Yep. And they can just play it up because they're in that bubble. Like, you know for damn sure there's no way he's powerbombing a man out of the ring onto the floor. You know that. It's like, that's bad news right there. No, not through a table, directly onto the floor.
Got you.
It's crazy, bro.
Woods versus Lashley in the cell on right now, and it's interesting. All right, don't give us any spoilers.
No spoilers, please. Yeah. I have it recording right now.
Me too. DVR in that bitch. But so yeah, I didn't realize that they had a match on Friday night. I never catch SmackDown. I never catch SmackDown.
Bro, SmackDown's better than Raw.
Now?
If Raw didn't have Raw didn't have Alexa, no, dude, as a product.
Yeah, okay.
As a product entirely. But Roman is definitely
the top of the line.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, dude, just in general, SmackDown is, man, storytelling's on point, dude. They don't miss on SmackDown. Raw has these hit or miss moments, but and then the shit that's really keeping me involved with Raw, I feel like it's getting like half and half feedback because I'm literally only there for Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt. That's the only reason I'm over there.
And Bray's never on anymore.
Bray's never even there.
But you know, I watched some of the highlights on YouTube and stuff like that. But I need to start watching the whole show. If you're telling me it's better than Raw right now,
bro, and it's only 2 hours, baby.
Yeah, instead of 3 hours.
Yeah, man, 3 hours is fucking long, man.
Yeah, that's true. So Nico, next up, Charlotte Flair defeated Rhea Ripley by disqualification.
Yeah. This one.
14 minutes.
I'm confused on if I liked it or not. I'm confused on because it's 2 heels.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's got to be setting up for a gimmick match at TLC. Between those two, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's Money in the Bank first, yeah.
Oh yeah, Money in the Bank. Excuse me, Money in the Bank. But she threw her into the table, didn't she?
Oh, fuck.
Into the announce table? I think that's why she got disqualified.
No, she didn't throw her into it. She ripped the announce table off and smashed Charlotte in the face with it.
There you go.
The panel section. Which is like, bro, come on now. Like, we literally watch Randy Orton pick people up and drop them on that table every single week. And you never disqualify them. But ripping the panel off, that's what gets the disqualification done. We watch you throw people into the side of the post and into the steel steps, and come on, give me a fucking break here. Like, where you gotta go straight. Like, I know I'm being a stickler right now. We already suspend disbelief when we tune in, and I'm with all that shit. But let's have like a rule set and then be the rule set. How can something that ripping a panel off into somebody's face be more extreme than trying to drop them through that shit?
Yeah, that's true.
Or spearing somebody through the barricade.
Right. But I think that's just setting up those two probably to have a table match at TLC.
For sure, but make her get disqualified for a real fucking reason.
Right. Oh, definitely. I'm totally with you, man. I agree. But yeah, we've seen too many people go through the tables to disqualify him for hitting him with the table. I'm with you on that one, man.
Yeah.
So that I understand is in my opinion, that's the first finish of the night that is indecisive.
Yes.
But it's okay because that's like an ongoing feud and it's going to keep going. So it makes sense. The main event, Nico. The main event. Bobby Lashley with MVP.
Classic Hell in a Cell match.
Yep, defeated Drew McIntyre by pinfall. It was a last chance Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Championship, and Bobby won in 25 minutes and 45 seconds. I was kind of surprised. I honestly thought that Drew McIntyre would win, but I'm glad that he didn't. I like this Bobby Lashley. I like it a lot right now.
I do too, but I'm starting to become fearful, Will.
Of what?
Drew McIntyre winning Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah. So then it's like, oh, man.
That's like a big fear of mine right now.
Well, if he does, do you think maybe he'll go to SmackDown and try to fight Roman because he can't fight Bobby Lashley again?
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Interesting.
You know,
good call.
Because, see, what I would love to see is like a Captain America type deal where Drew McIntyre comes back with a mask on. Everybody knows it's him, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like Hogan did. Or like Dusty did as the Yellow Dog back in the day. That could be something. Or the Midnight Rider, whatever it was. But yeah, that could be interesting. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why Brandon Carl did not like Hell in a Cell. Nico, do you know why? Because I know the real reason why.
I don't. Please tell me why.
The real reason why. Yeah, there you go. Senor Scotland. There you go. That'd be awesome. He could even wear a fucking kilt while he comes out there with the mask on. The reason, though, that Brandon Carl did not like Money in the Bank is because only one face won on the entire show. He does not like the heels winning.
He's a heel guy. He's a
good guy. He's a good guy. He does not like the bad guys to win.
No. He's a heel guy. I'm
just giving him a hard time
with the heels.
Yeah. So he should have loved it. That's why I loved it. 6 out of 7 matches, the heels won. That's unheard of. Oh no, 5 out of 6. Excuse me. I loved it. I thought it was awesome
for the heel to go over like with their finisher.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, man, I would love to see Drew McIntyre come back in something funny like that. And
Los Conquistadors.
For real, man. I like Senor Scotland.
What was Edge and Christian's shit?
Yeah, El Conquistadors.
Yeah.
Yep.
The gold outfits.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely a heel guy. I like my heels to be vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious like Sid. There you go, man. But Nico, so there's a few rumors out there. I hate spoilers, but I don't mind rumors. Obviously, there's a spoiler is like, oh, this guy is going to do this and win this and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, well, why the fuck did I even read that? If I did, why am I even going to watch the show then? You know what I mean? But a rumor I kind of like. And there's 2 rumors, Nico, that I'm going to tell you about.
Okay.
The first one is being reported by Fightful Select that Brock Lesnar is in heavy talks about coming back pretty soon.
To WWE?
To WWE.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, that's cool. That's not a spoiler. The other one is a rumor also, not really a spoiler, but if it happens, I'm very happy about it. WrestleVotes is saying that Edge will be wrestling against Seth Rollins in their first ever match together at SummerSlam.
Oh, that'll be fire.
That'd be a hell of a match.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Good size-wise.
You know, every match Edge has been in since he's came back has been really fucking good. I mean, aside, not even that it was aside from the match with Randy Orton. It was just a little long. That match that they had, where was that, WrestleMania? No,
WrestleMania was Edge and Daniel Bryan, right?
What was their Edge and Orton's last man standing match? That shit was so fucking long, man. Yeah, that was so long. Maybe was that a Money in the Bank match too?
Nah,
was that at Money in the Bank? Because I feel like I remember Dana Brooke being on that in Money in the Bank as well for some reason.
I'm not looking it up right now. So Edge won the Rumble. Let's see, and then what pay-per-view? Was it Backlash?
Okay.
No, no, not Backlash. Well, that was it last year or this year?
Maybe it was last year.
Yeah, okay, it was Backlash from last year. Yeah, that's it. Okay. But no, I like the idea of that. Rollins versus Edge. I think that could be pretty good. And especially when they're saying that John Cena is apparently going to be back to wrestle against Roman. Those are two.
Man, it was WrestleMania.
It was? Oh, last year then.
Night 2 WWE WrestleMania 36. Edge defeats Randy Orton in a last man standing match. That shit was so fucking long.
Okay, because they wrestled again at Backlash the next pay-per-view too.
That was the greatest wrestling match ever.
Yes, exactly.
That's what they had the title of it being.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was last year. I thought you were talking about this year's WrestleMania because wasn't that like Edge and
DB and Roman Reigns?
Right. This year, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. You were saying this year, and I was remembering that Bray and Randy wrestled this year at WrestleMania too. Right. So
I was just saying that every match he's been in since he's returned has been phenomenal. But that was a very long fucking match.
Hey, but he could still go. He was showing, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's what's up, man. But yeah, man. So I think it's a pretty good time in WWE, especially when the live crowd's going to be back soon. That's very promising. These guys are saying that Brock is going to come back. There ain't no way Brock's coming back before that live crowd is there, and there's no way John Cena's coming back before the live crowd is there. It's just not going to happen.
Nah, man.
No chance in the world. You know, but the live crowd's coming back I think in July, so we got that to look forward to. And I mean, everything else is open back up. Why not, right?
Oh yeah.
Time to open back up the
I'm ready.
Yeah, for real, man, for real. So all right, Nico, I guess we could go ahead and wrap this up. You know, we got a show Wednesday.
Yep.
And there is the Cyril Gane fight is this weekend coming up, so we'll be able to throw out some
MMA Anthony Joshua.
Oh yeah. Yep. So Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov is the main event, and Tanner Boser versus Ovince St. Preux. Again, not the greatest fight on paper, but like we said last week, and it came true. You know, a lot of the times these fights that aren't great on paper end up being awesome events because the guys that go in there, they're the hungry ones, man. They're not guys that have already made it. They're looking to make it bigger. They're looking to like Gane, he's going to have to go out there and beat Volkov's ass to be put in any kind of title picture.
Hell yeah, but I feel like he's going to, man. That dude is looking technically sound, man. He's looking light on his feet. Volkov's going to have his work cut out for him.
Look, I don't like Volkov for one reason. Number one, he's not Nikolai Volkov. And number two, they call this motherfucker Drago, but he's not a vicious fighter. If you're not vicious, look, Pete Sell, they called him Drago. That motherfucker was vicious.
Yeah.
He went out there trying to kill people. I feel like
take your fucking head off.
Yeah, I think Volkov is too tentative a lot of the time, and he's just more methodical. He's not going out there to try to like injure you or knock you out or put you in the hospital.
If he dies, he dies. That shit don't apply to Volkov. Not at all.
Exactly, man. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead, Nico. Go ahead and take it home, man. Let's knock this out.
Baby. You already know what it is, man. It's not Bruce Buffer, baby.
It's not.
But you been here live.
The Fight Gods.
With the TFG, baby. Thank you for joining us here at Fight Gods Podcast, baby. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
For sure. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace out.